What's up, guys? Good morning. I've been asked, after putting out the exact color from my printers onto the Sublimations paper. Really, guys, I use the original Adobe RGB 1998 version profile with the 1.8 gamma rather than the 2.2. I started playing with colors when my sister asked me to replicate her son's baseball team because no one had been able to get the green correctly. Of course, they were wherever they were ordering from had used sublimation as well. So it took me a few weeks of testing different colors, different color codes, different profiles. Even with different inks, you get the same result as far as the two different inks. I have one in each printer here. Um, so it's worked for me each and every time. Every time I switch it up from 1.1 to 2.2, um, there's a slight difference in the color tone. For instance, in the teal, the baby blue, the turquoise, you can see the difference in those colors. When you're trying to print a color like this, it turns out more of a color, a little lighter than that with the 2.2, and this has happened with almost every image that I have tried. I do also try to color code the colors on my screen. So instead of choosing what I might think is red, because there's also, if you guys didn't know, a charcoal black. So you guys might be thinking you're choosing a black and you're choosing the charcoal black. So I always like to type in color codes just to ensure that the color I'm thinking of is really the color that is coming off the screen. Once you install that color profile, if you go check out my how to install the Adobe RGB, then you can combine those two together. Again, I had someone who was not printing purples, or I'm sorry, was not printing blues, had a certain ink profile. Nothing that was suggested to her really worked, so I suggested what I did, which was the Adobe profile, which I'll link down in the description below, but I'm not sure because there's like a few links you have to agree to prior to Adobe allowing you to download, but it is free. I don't get anything out of suggesting it to you guys. It's what I personally use in my day-to-day grind, as well as I've tried it with two different inks. I run two printers, sublimation printers with two different inks, and it works. And then I use the same color code to print off my white toner printer, not the ICC profile, but the same color that I had matched on my screen, and it prints correctly on my white toner as well, same lime color. So I think I found a little sweet spot. If anything changes, I'll update that. Again, guys, I've been doing this for a year and a half now. October 2019 was when I got my first Cricut for our anniversary, 17-year anniversary, as a gift to do crafts with my niece instead of slime. So I never like woke up and said, oh, I'm going to go do t-shirts. It's going to be a hustle. It's going to be a grind. But God has blessed me enough to say, or for it to have become, sustainable where I can grind it, but the grind never stops. I'm still trying to think of ways to provide great quality for my customers, as well as lower the time I spend in the lab for work, because they do like to be in my lab to play. So, again, the color profile makes a difference. I encourage you guys to test it. I use blooper shirts, and I take little squares and I pre-print these little small versions of my image, and I press them to see if 1.8 or 2.2 is going to work, or without the color profile. Sometimes it does. If you're downloading an image that someone else created, it's really hard to tell that you're going to get those right colors. They could have created it and the RGB color is not the exact one, so it's just really hard to narrow that down. Now, if you're downloading a Mickey, let's just say it's Mickey, because obviously we all know what colors he should be in Minnie, and it's a real image, then, and your colors are off, then you know you have to adjust. But pay attention to the color codes you got on there. Pay attention to where you're getting your images. Just because they look a color don't mean they are. There's many programs to create designs, so color profile that they used matters. A lot of things. I'll continue to try to iron out these kinks and get this done for you guys. I by no means want to bash any company that isn't out bashing another company, but do your homework. All right.